Hey guys, welcome.
Hello. I'm Ty.
It's me, Kade,
Joseph is my name.
and podcasting is our game.
Hey.
You might think this is not where we record
This is like,
It is now.
this looks better than where we record.
because we're not in Indiana anymore.
We're not.
We're actually
can't
in
do
the thick
anything.
of it. And everybody knows.
We're in Tennessee because I go to college in Tennessee.
You really hit the.
Thank you.
I go to college in Tennessee.
Thank you.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, and my cat is here. My
Guest
cat.
That's a new member
I
of the
wonder
podcast.
if you'll be able to. Okay, you'll definitely be able to see her now.
Diaval.
She's on the podcast now.
Yeah.
She's our mascot.
Actually, crazy thing. She just showed up to Tennessee like Tuesday because my fall break was.
She showed up.
Yeah.
She
'Cause-
walked here.
Well, yeah, we flew her out. She wasn't able to live with me yet because I didn't have, like, she wasn't spayed or declawed yet, and she just finished that last week. God bless her soul.
She's eating food right now.
And
Going ham.
now she is here with me, and we drove 4 hours together, and I think she's really enjoying it here. So I love her. Best cat ever.
She is the best cat
W
I've
cat.
met. But last night, from the hours of 3 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., she was a menace. And that's okay.
That's funny though.
She was running circles
Okay,
around us and meowing.
But she
a lot.
was never a menace again.
Well, no, but she did knock something over.
Would you rather have Diaval here or Juno?
I think that's pretty easy, honestly.
Diaval.
Diaval 100%.
I mean, she's chill. Hey, come here. Come here. I don't know how cats work. I don't know how to talk to them.
hey, she looks,
she started going.
So it's true.
It works.
So the prophecy foretold.
Anyway, fun fact.
Yeah, what do you guys got going on?
This is our 50th episode of the entire podcast.
Happy 50 years, guys.
50 years of making podcasts. 50 years of being cousins.
It's gonna be so bad.
Let me just ruin the audio real
Yep,
quick.
that's my job.
I would
Oh,
say
it's
holding
so
the mics is nice.
It feels cooler. and
Yeah,
more
it
professional.
feels
And then Ty can beatbox.
I'm gonna
less
freestyle.
professional, but it feels cooler. Kind of like Sad Boys with
Oh, yeah.
Jarvis Johnson.
I don't
they
watch
do.
that.
Oh, they hold their mics.
Okay,
So
it's cool. to hold a
also,
mic.
this guy is on the same camera as us now.
What? Finally, I'm one of you guys.
He's
I'm a
with
cousin.
You're not segregated.
I'm finally. There goes my phone.
Sorry.
You don't need that.
I need mine for this episode, though.
Actually,
Where
wait,
is
how are
it?
we gonna do this?
Right here.
With the intro. Are we gonna be just like, hey, welcome to Just Cousins?
Oh yeah.
And then roll the intro.
We can have.
I forgot we were supposed to. Welcome to Just Cousins.
That's a long time before
All
the
right.
intro, though.
Yeah, that's okay.
We can have it play after we
music's
say.
gonna be playing while we're talking right now.
That's a long
Yeah.
intro. Hey,
I know.
Sometimes Chuckle Sandwich's intro isn't until 10 minutes.
There,
So-
that is true.
it'll be okay.
with it.
Okay.
We're not copying them.
Yes, we are.
We are copying them.
Right now.
Literally, right now.
All right. So I have a fun game plan for you guys today.
Goody goody.
But I spent it. Oh no, she's gonna get the light.
No, she won't.
Okay.
talking.
I
No, do you
spent
know?
a grand total of maybe 1.5 hours doing research on this. But before we get there, I had a question that came to me while I was in the shower last Thursday. I wanted to
Very
ask you guys,
specific.
what's inspiring you lately? We're all creative fellows in different ways.
Brick
What's
by
something that's-
brick.
Yes.
Okay.
The movie. That actually, weirdly enough, that's so weird because I can't even see your face. It's just hidden behind Cade.
I'm here.
I watched that and I'm like, this is so inspiring. I want to
Make Lego movies.
not necessarily.
Just make.
just
Build.
make.
I will say, I agree. I told Rain this, and she looked at me like I was kind of weird, but there was a part of the movie where I just got like choked up
Me too.
a little bit, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Which part?
Um,
When he like turned evil for a little bit.
no. It was
Yeah,
whenever he was talking about like, I can't remember. He said something like really beautiful though, and like
my part was when he was talking about Dang, I just blanked like you did. When he was talking about
Maybe we didn't
not,
watch
like,
the movie.
making, because he was making music he was making music to like what was popular at the time.
Not because he wanted
Not because he
to.
wanted
Yes.
to. When he was talking about that, I was like, that's literally what I did with YouTube.
Yeah,
I
like
hated
it's
the
crazy.
button videos, and I still did them because I'm like, oh, they're popular. I have to be
yeah.
with it. And it's like, and that's made me want to get back into YouTube because I'm like, what if I just want to like make what I want to make,
Yes,
and that's it.
I get that.
Yeah. Shout out
I've
Pharrell
actually
Williams for real.
talked to Brant a little bit because I thought it'd be fun. Where it's like, I just think it would be fun as like a little pastime for college to start doing a little stuff on YouTube just because. And Brant wants to get more experience editing things. I'm like, hey, you could edit them for me.
That's true.
Because I was like, Joseph has better things to be editing. Like,
I'm already editing so much.
yeah.
I would be so happy to do it if I had the time.
No, I just don't. I'd feel bad asking you, like, genuinely. But I know Brant, this is something he's been willing to do. So I'm like, this could give him a good opportunity.
He's the experience. I'm trying to like, I'm slowly mentoring him.
Also,
and I've been mentoring him. He's
I
been
will
my little
say-
Discord kitten, and we've been mentoring.
I will say this, not in a mean way, but I think the novice editing will add to, like, the comedic effect, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that.
There's a certain I forgot the word. There's like a charm. There's a certain charm
Yes.
to like really mediocre editing, especially with like comedic effects.
It's just funny.
That's kind of what I did like with my earlier videos and stuff.
Yeah, and it works.
And it's like, and a lot of my jokes were not good. Dude, I rewatched some of my videos and I'm like, that just wasn't funny. And I was just cringing.
That one got 1,000 views.
I do have a confession.
That's true.
Sometimes whenever I miss you, I do watch your YouTube channel.
Yes. You're just like Rain.
That is something I do.
That's so
And
funny.
then whenever I miss you, I listen to your music.
That's
So-
awesome.
That's the major bonus of like putting content out there, putting any sort of art out there. When your friends miss you, they just can
I'm
find you.
just,
You know, there you
I
go.
don't talk. I don't go and talk to you and see how you're doing. I look at your content. That's a lie.
when
I
miss
do
you,
talk to
I
you.
watch Australian Kade.
No,
Does
Can we
like the people on the
recreate that
pod
for an
know what
episode?
that is?
we don't have.
We've
to.
mentioned it, especially a long
Yeah,
time ago.
okay. That
Um,
For long time listeners, Australia Kid.
Anyways,
If you know, you know.
the piece by piece, like that was just really cool, and like seeing how he got to where he did, because I didn't know he started off like playing drums,
Yeah.
and that's like my instrument, but he also went to like producing, and that's what I'm going to school for.
You could be the next Pharrell Williams.
I don't think so, but I'm just saying, like, that was really cool.
You could get your own Lego movie.
because it's like, oh, he's doing what I want to do.
What would you call it?
Lego Cade.
It's a good idea.
Yes.
That's what I would call it.
What else?
That's
could you?
amazing. I forgot I have a coffee right here.
Tell me if
Yeah,
it's good. I
drank
added
all of
some
mine.
to
It was
it.
really
I tried
awesome.
it, and
Let's
not
go.
to be mean, but it's a little too sweet.
I thought you said it wasn't sweet enough, so I just added more.
No, it wasn't sweet enough, but then you just sweetened it too much.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that while I was pouring it in, and I was like, oh, well, I just won't tell him unless he
It's-
says something. And you said something.
Well,
And
I wasn't
now-
going to, but you asked.
Now I'm hurt.
I have a funny thing that happened to me, or it didn't really happen, but it's a fun work dynamic. So I have a like not a new boss. He's been around for like 6 months, but I
Yeah.
guess new to like
Dude.
new to being around, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But basically, we had this old boss who was like he was really mean, and just come to find out, he was just stressed all the time because he had so much work. And then he took it out on us a little bit,
Oh,
which was a
gosh,
little
man.
mean. But
That's
Poor
crazy.
guy.
well, we got a new guy. He's assistant to him, and he is my like he is technically my boss, and then the guy that was mean to us is like the boss, and there's like a bunch of bosses above him. But this guy is a military man, right? And he's like hardcore military guy.
Oh.
But he actually has humor, and I make fun of him all the time. And
Is he chill with that?
Did he-
yeah, I will literally like I'll flirt with him at work.
And he's like, give me 20.
Dropping me 20.
Yes,
Box
sir.
up
That's
these
so funny.
20 packages right now. It's not 20 push-ups, it's that. But it's kind of funny because I sent him like I sent him a meme from Instagram that was just like it It was like a furry doing like the and I just texted him and I was just like, "This is what you're fighting for." And he he said "F you" to me, but it was so funny. But he's great.
That's hilarious.
And I thought that was really
That's
funny.
pretty good.
It's just a funny work dynamic thing.
I love
Sounds
that.
like fun.
It is actually a lot of fun. But anyways,
That's amazing.
you know
Hey.
Robert Downey Jr. is Doom now. It
Yeah,
just came into my head. Doctor Doom. I just said
he
Doom.
is.
What are your
The
thoughts?
Doctor.
He's MF Doom.
He is
Doom PhD.
the mother freaking Doom man.
I don't know, like
I forgot. I found that out while sitting in the laundry room at camp, and then I kind of instantly forgot.
I'm not too worried about. I don't care.
Am I gonna
anymore.
watch the movie? Yes.
Absolutely.
I just want to see more of the X-Men.
I want to see more.
I want to see more X-Men '97.
I want to see more Lego
I haven't
movies.
seen that yet.
It's an amazing
I forgot
show.
that it
Oh my
existed.
gosh,
I
it's so
hate
good.
that because I just will sometimes
I'm not even
just
like a big
forget
cartoon guy,
things
but it's pretty
exist.
good.
I love it. Which is funny because all I've shown you being
Yeah.
here is cartoons.
Every show Kate has ever shown me has been cartoons.
And you do enjoy
I do
them.
enjoy them.
We watched more regular show last night.
We did watch more regular
And
show last night.
I felt bad halfway through. I'm like, do they really enjoy watching this with me right now?
I love it so
And then I would
much.
just casually like laugh out loud at
and then I was like, oh, we're good.
my favorite thing
It's
about
so
the regular
good.
show is the way that they make Rigby move. I like when they have him looking at you head on and his nose is up in the air and his eyes are like right here.
It's pretty funny.
And then like there's a certain like thing he does with his arms when he's like and his arms shake a little bit. I really like that a lot.
Dude, I love that show so much.
I love the small dynamic of like Rigby punching Mordecai and it just being this boop.
Yeah, a
and then
little tap.
just
It's
comes
so
back
good.
and just the biggest clobber. It's so fun. It's such a
Phenomenal.
good show. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it.
We talked about that last episode too.
Did we really?
Regular show, yeah.
We need to have an episode of regular show.
We need to have a regular show.
Wow, that's a good one.
Maybe the real regular show is the friends we made along the way.
Okay.
Deal.
We do have a topic for today though.
Yeah, we do.
So the other afternoon, I went and researched a bunch of a bunch of wacky
There's paragraphs.
There's so much. Oh my
I went and
god.
researched a bunch of wacky historical stories, right?
Yeah.
But some of them I made up in my living room.
Source.
I made it up.
What?
So I'm gonna tell you guys these historical stories, and then you have to guess. You have to figure out amongst yourselves: is this for real life, or is this something that I made up in my living
Is
room?
this real life?
With your dog?
No. She was there for half of it. Then she was acting weird and had to go outside. So
Oh, dang it.
sometimes she acts weird.
Wait.
Oh.
We're gonna pause because I want some water.
Okay.
Do you guys want bottles of And we're back.
We're back. Kids got water.
And I got water.
ready.
I'm sorry. All I've had today is coffee, and I'm like, I really need some water.
cat. Meow. Meow.
I just kicked the table.
Dude, if you knocked over my coffee, I would have yelled at you.
There is a cat story in this somewhere. A cat story, a historical cat story. Might be made up though. You have to guess.
Okay.
Do we want to begin?
Yes, let's start.
All right. First story.
Thank goodness I'm not the one reading these.
In World War II, the Polish military found an abandoned bear cub. The bear, which they named Wojtek, formed a close bond with the soldiers. Wojtek was enlisted into the military officially to ensure that he received rations. The soldiers shared beer and cigarettes with him. He was promoted from private to corporal during his service. And legend has it, he carried cases of ammunition to the front lines. He survived the entire war and lived out his days at the Edinburgh Zoo. Is that real, or did I make that up?
That's got to be real.
It sounds
What was the name of the bear again?
Wojtek.
Logitech?
He might have made that up.
Logitech.
Wojtek.
Wojtek. Okay.
No. There's no I.
What?
Just Wojtek.
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 Okay.
I might be pronouncing
That sounds
it
like an
wrong.
Ewok.
It is Polish.
Shoot, I don't know.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Is it real?
Guys.
Could be. It's not for me to say. It's for you to
What do
find
you
out.
think?
It sounds very real. I feel like the
Polish people share
zoo
cigarettes
one,
with the bear.
I feel like it's such a big like throw off at the end because it's like he's a big military guy, but he retired at the zoo.
He did.
I think it's
Just
real.
like-
did he?
Lock in. Lock in.
Lock in. Real.
Real.
It is a true story.
Yeah.
Wojciech
Let's
the bear was
go.
real, and he grew up to be a very large bear. The only measurement I found was 14 stones. I don't know what that means.
Oh, he
but
was a bear?
he's a bear.
I thought this was a person.
No.
You mentioned bear, and I'm like,
No, he's
what does
the
a bear
bear.
have to do with this?
He's the bear.
No, it's also Ty said it's me and Joseph together as a team, and I took that as we're playing this like blackjack, where it's
They're
me and
against
Joseph against Ty.
Okay.
So
Yes.
1-0.
us.
So some of
Zero
these
you.
stories have funny titles, and some of them do not. This one doesn't have a
to
funny
drink
title.
2
Okay.
Oreo flavored Cokes.
I'm not doing that.
Foreshadowing.
All right. The
Foreshadowing.
funny title of this story is Project Nuke the Moon.
What?
In fear of the Soviet Union winning the space race, the United States briefly considered shooting a nuclear missile at the moon. The goal was to create a mushroom cloud so big that it could be seen from Earth. An epic display of American ingenuity. Ultimately, they decided the moon landings were a much better idea.
Yeah, that is a much better idea.
Here's the thing.
Did they? Were they?
That
gonna,
would not surprise me
Were they going to nuke the moon?
at all.
It wouldn't surprise me either. But did we have nukes around that? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
What
we
am I
did.
saying?
That was after World War II.
Ty, I need you to
the
look at me
space
right now.
race. The space race was
would you-
during JFK. I don't think my boy John F. Kennedy would do that.
He's a nice fella.
I genuinely don't think he would nuke the moon. I bet he likes the moon.
He probably does. Oh, he probably does.
I would say that
I would
one.
say you said it.
That one is not real, but there might be some truth to it. Like
I like the way you think.
maybe instead of it being the United States, Russia thought about doing that.
That feels
What's your final answer?
I'm going.
Inaccurate. Log in.
I have to lock in with you. That's right.
Yeah, we do have to agree.
See, I think it's true. No, I don't know. I don't think you could have made this up.
You don't think?
I'll be honest. I don't think you're creative enough for that.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
thinking
I'm
about
just
it.
being truthful.
I would definitely think nuke the moon.
Maybe you're right.
Here, okay. Trust me on this one, and if I'm wrong, the next one, anything you say goes.
Okay. What would you say?
Not true.
Not true. Okay.
It's true.
I knew it. Ah!
It's entirely true. And it actually was in fact called Project Nuke the Moon. They had like a fancy like government name for it, but then they just started calling it Project Nuke the Moon.
That's
Dang.
such
Decided-
interesting history. Though.
They were like, actually, it's much better if we just land on the moon. We put a guy up there.
that would probably ruin just Earth.
yeah. There would be
I
like no tide.
want there to be a world where they do nuke the moon. I just want to see what would happen.
I don't. Would a nuke even reach that far?
Neil deGrasse Tyson has had to have made a video talking about what would happen if we nuked the moon.
What would happen?
I thought you were calling Neil Armstrong Neil deGrasse Tyson.
my favorite YouTuber, Neil
Is his
Armstrong.
name deGrasse?
Yeah, you're right.
DeGraw?
You can say however you want.
Grass Johnson.
Neil Grassy John.
Okay, that was a little weird. Next story.
Go
We
crazy.
should get him on the podcast.
That's
Yes. Next,
All right, next story. The creator of the brand Transformers regretted selling the rights to Hasbro and later tried recreating the franchise under a different name, Transmorphers. Obviously, it could not compete with what Hasbro had done, and the franchise went bankrupt within a year. However, it did inspire a low-budget film series with the same title, Transmorphers.
That one is real because Ty talks about Transmorphers all the time.
Or that means it's fake because he thought.
I forgot I've mentioned that before.
I know Transmorphers is a
Nope.
real thing.
I think it's real.
I think it's real too. Hey, you got the last one wrong. This is my.
I know this is your time to shine.
Real.
And then
Real,
after
real.
this, fair game.
real.
That work?
It's false. I made that one up.
to punch you so hard.
God.
I made it
I
up.
had such a small feeling that it was going to be fake.
So Transmorphers is a DVD I saw at Super Mega Replay, which is like a secondhand store in Evansville. I saw the DVD and I made everything else up. Transformers
good.
was invented by Hasbro. Nobody else sold the idea. Hasbro and some Japanese company invented it together.
That's pretty good. That was good. You suck, Ty.
All right, next up.
Okay.
This one also has a funny title.
I'm so
All right.
mad.
World War One's. I talked about World War II earlier. World War One's VIP chef. During World War One, an owner of a restaurant gained notoriety for a certain item on his menu. Allegedly, his trifles, which was a sponge cake filled with jam and covered in whipped cream, were known for making people violently ill. Instead of taking them off the menu, soldiers would buy them in bulk, put them in rations boxes, and leave them near enemy lines in the hopes of rendering their enemies completely helpless and sick.
I think that's true because if you think about it, in World War One, they stopped war for a day to play soccer.
It was Christmas, I think.
Yeah, on Christmas Day.
Yep. In the trenches.
That's kind of different than trying to make your enemies sick, but I think that
different.
one's
Yeah, I'd have to
true.
agree.
I'm saying that like World War One, they did wacky things.
They did.
They
They
did a lot
also
of crazy
started
stuff.
using chemical warfare in World War One. Fun fact.
That's kind
Dude,
of
they're all
wacky.
They were
vaping on the
flamethrowers in
battle
World War
lines.
One.
That's kind of cool.
What?
They're all vaping on the battle lines.
Not that kind of chemical warfare.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say it's probably true.
Yep.
It just
Locking in.
sounds
true.
true.
I made it up, dude. I made that story up. The whole thing. I even had a fake name for the guy that owned the restaurant, and I googled common UK last names of World War One era. The guy's name I made up was James Davies. I didn't say his name because I figured it'd give it away, but I should have said his name. I made the whole story up.
I'm going to kill Ty. This is making me mad.
I've never wanted a granola
We're
bar more than I do
lose-
right now.
I don't have any.
Frick.
And if I did,
You
you're
wouldn't
not
give-
getting one.
That was a good one. I was really thinking that would be the one out of all my made up ones that you guys would like. Oh, that's too stupid.
Let me say you are doing a good job.
You
with
are
this.
doing a really good.
I was a little bit worried that like
we
they
are
would-
losing blackjack.
That's nuts.
We are-
This is two. We're losing 2-1.
Yeah,
well,
we're 2-1.
He has the
right
advantage though.
because I made them
Oh,
up.
it's 2-2.
now. Are we 2-2? Yeah.
I'm not keeping score. This is for fun.
I forgot. We're losing though.
Okay.
All right.
You want the next one?
Yeah, I do.
All right. This one also has an interesting title. The Glass King. French King Charles VI believed he was made of glass. He refused to let people touch him. He put iron rods in his clothing to protect him and even wrapped himself in blankets, all because he was afraid he would shatter. This was apparently a somewhat common affliction in the 15th through 17th centuries.
What was his name?
King Charles VI? King Charles
Okay.
VI.
Here's my thing.
French, he's French.
Whenever I did history class, the French kings were kind of weird and dumb.
Yeah, they really were.
Like Henry VIII sucked.
Oh, he was crazy.
Crazy guy.
There was.
I don't think he was French.
Oh well, I thought he was.
I think just all around historically, kings are a little bit
I
crazy.
am pretty sure that there is a long line of King Charleses in French lineage.
There are.
Okay,
That's such a common like historical.
here's the
name.
thing.
What?
Thinking logistically, we have had 2 falses in a row. What are
That is
the
true.
odds he does 3 in a row?
What are the odds the rest of the stories are all false?
That'd be kind of funny. Only
That would
2 were
actually be
true and all the
great.
others
Only
are
the first so
fake.
funny. I'm gonna say this one's probably real then.
Yes.
With working on that logic and also there being so many just Charleses. in
There's a
history.
lot of them.
And
and-
kings are notably freaking weird.
Yeah, like a lot of people did dumb things back then. And now.
King Charles.
Lock
King
in. Lock
Charles.
in. Real.
I'm locked in.
For real.
It's true.
Yes.
Good job. That's a true story. Maybe.
See,
some of these I found on the
maybe.
History Channel. Some of them I found on like other websites.
You were actually on like the aliens exist side of the
Speaking
History
of
Channel?
that, next up, I did have to put a UFO story in here.
Oh, of course.
I had to. I had
You
to.
just tell us
Okay.
Roswell. We're like, is it real or fake?
This is real. All right. During their 1965 United States tour, members of the band The Beatles, as well as several road crew members, reported seeing a UFO a few hours outside of Los Angeles. They nearly canceled the show that night, claiming it was a sign. However, UFO mania had not struck the nation yet. Their managers did not believe them and refused to let them cancel or postpone the tour.
I feel like this is fake. I really feel like they wouldn't cancel a show because of UFO.
Well, they didn't cancel.
No, if
They did?
Ty,
They didn't.
Oh, I thought you said they did. Okay.
they would not
didn't.
let them. The
Oh,
executive.
okay.
Okay, here's my thing. I do not think Ty would think of the Beatles on his own.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I like quite genuinely. There's no way you would.
I don't
be
often
thinking of
think
things
about the
and you're like,
Beatles, but
I'm gonna say this one is real.
I'm gonna let you take this one. I don't really know.
I think. Also, okay, think of it this way: the Beatles were like high all the time, so they probably saw everything.
I didn't know that
all the
either.
time.
Did you know? Fun
Yellow
fact.
Submarine is about them being high. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds,
That would just
LSD.
makes sense.
like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, is an acronym. Well, not. It's like a. What's the reverse acronym?
what are you talking
It's
about?
words that end up being an. Okay, it was. Anyways,
Subliminal
Lucy
messaging.
is L, Sky S, Diamonds D. It's LSD.
Huh.
They're singing about LSD.
I like that you're pitching this as like a wild conspiracy theory.
That's so
I just want you guys. To
I'm
know.
glad for. Thank you for sharing.
You want
Anyways,
to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
Fact about the Beatles. I may have shared.
most of them are dead.
I may have shared
Half of
this
them.
with you before.
What?
Did you know that they said that one day they were going to be more popular than Jesus Christ himself? And I saw someone do an interview and goes around to kids of the generation, and no one knew them. Nobody knew the
Dang.
Beatles, and it was like, you know who
Nobody
Jesus
beats
Christ is? And I'm like,
Jesus.
yeah, I've heard of him. And I'm
That's
like,
actually
I
so
mean,
funny.
And who are the
Anyways.
Beatles?
who are the Beatles?
The bugs in my yard.
Oh, I love that movie.
A little bit of
A Bug's Life.
like God's never gonna die knowledge right there.
There
Get
you go.
wrecked,
Amen.
liberals.
Amen.
Amen.
Whoa, and conservatives.
Everyone
Get
wrecked.
wrecked.
We're
Everyone.
inclusive.
Earth
Everyone
suck.
gets wrecked on this podcast.
Anyways,
Can
I'm
lock
gonna
in
say
your
that
answer?
one
Let me
is.
take
I
a
want to
drink.
have a super political episode one day. Anyways, we're gonna get
I
canceled.
don't want to have a political.
No!
I
All right.
hate
The
politics.
answer is
If we start a Patreon, we're gonna have Joseph's political episodes.
That'd be funny. That'd be
political
funny.
corner.
Could it be
My-
like?
Joseph's political corner.
Could it be like rage bait though, where like everything you say is politically incorrect,
Probably.
like just extremely wrong?
As a sarcastic individual, yes, I would do that. A lot. I would love to do that.
It's true.
Okay, can you guys?
I made it up.
What?
I made it up.
You said you. Woohoo! Be mad. You know what? I'm mad at you.
I made that story up.
There's no way you.
I made it up. It's not real. The Beatles didn't see UFOs. I made
I've
that
never
up.
wanted to curse more in my life.
Oh, and look at this. The cat's on my
She
side.
came here for me. See?
Oh well, she rubbed my knee first. So
No, she.
anyway, I made that one up. I almost used the band ABBA, but then I decided no. I want to do something a little bit
How
earlier
did
in
you
time.
come up with the Beatles?
I just thought, what are some like classic bands?
I should have known because it was UFO. You love.
Well, that's why I pitched it as I had to get one UFO story in here. That was my.
Yeah.
I had
should have
to-
known.
All right. You want the next one?
Yeah, we're
Dang it.
stupid.
Are we losing it still? We are.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I still have quite a few left. I thought I was running out for a second. All right. In 1904, the Olympic Marathon in St. Louis, United States. The first place runner rode part of the race in a car as a joke. Second place runner consumed poison and nearly died. Fourth place runner ran in cut-off dress pants, stopped at an apple orchard for a snack, took a nap due to stomach cramps from a rotten apple. And one of the runners breathed in so much dust from the course that his esophagus and stomach lining were torn. He had to go to the hospital. All in one race.
There's no way.
Is that real or not?
This is so outlandish.
Olympics?
It has to
yeah, the
be
Olympics,
true.
1904, in St. Louis. We've been to St. Louis. There's the arch there.
Here's the thing. I feel like back then St. Louis was a bigger deal than what it is now.
Yeah, it's kind of lame now.
You know,
not
she's
lame,
sitting
but-
with us. She's sitting with us.
She wants to know the answer to this one.
Oh,
hey.
I feel like this one's true.
I feel like it's so out there that it has to be true.
My logic is
Well, the Beatles saw UFOs in the last one, so I don't know if you can use that logic successfully. Yeah.
you looked at me just all right, it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
True.
It is. Good job, guys. That was true. That was a crazy
Finally.
one. So the rat poison thing, the guy that consumed poison, it was supposed to be like a fitness enhancer,
Oh.
and it ended up being poison. The guy
Crazy.
that rode in a car, he was just being stupid. But the fourth place guy was like somebody, he was like a known gambler or something like that, it said. And he like showed up in like dress pants and dress shoes, and one of the other racers was like, "Here, take this knife," and he cut off his pants, and there's a picture of him and everything. He's just standing there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't take the picture though.
That's cool.
All right, next story. Also, put a cat story in here for the cat. The story
For
is
you,
called.
Dia.
The story is called Unsinkable Sam. A cat named Oscar survived 3 ship sinkings in World War II. They nicknamed him Unsinkable Sam, despite his name being Oscar. Oscar retired to Belfast after the war.
I feel like I zoned out for basically the entire one.
Well, there was this cat. They called him Unsinkable Sam,
Okay.
but his name was actually Oscar.
Uh-huh.
He survived 3 ship sinkings in World War II, and then he retired to Belfast after the war.
I think that this is false because you have a lot of World War 1 and 2.
You know
ones
how
out there.
many
They're big
things
things.
happened in
Big
World
things happened
War
in the
I and
wars.
II?
Yes,
It's
yes,
called
but there's so much
World
history.
War.
There's so much history. So much history. So much
I think
history.
I think this one's true.
I think it's false.
What do you think?
I can't tell you.
Okay. Oh,
I want to go against you on this one.
so because I was wrong about the Beatles, I will let you take this one.
If I'm wrong,
What do you think?
I will leave right now. I'll do it.
I think we picked up the cat.
I
in the
will
podcast.
leave and I will walk out the door right now. I will turn this ship around.
No. All right.
What's the answer?
It's false.
It's true.
I knew it.
It's a. What happened to the computer? Is it okay? It's a true story. It's real life. There was a
I
cat.
told you.
So what happened was
I told you.
the British sank
I'm so
enemy
sorry.
ship. I don't think I can say the name of the enemies. They sank an enemy ship.
Axis powers.
Then they found this cat, and they took the cat on their ship and they named him Oscar. And then the British ship got sank, but then somebody else picked up the cat because when they rescued the British, and then their ship got sank. And the cat survived again, and he retired after the war.
I knew that one was real.
I will never go against anything you ever say ever again. I trust you with my life, Cade.
That was a true story.
You know what? That's a bad financial decision.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
The next one is called Sandwich.
I barely know her. Sorry.
The inventor of the sandwich was in fact named the Earl of Sandwich. John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, wanted a way to eat his dinner without leaving the game of cards he was playing. They served him roast beef in between 2 slices of bread. And that is the birth of the sandwich.
I have heard of the birth of the sandwich before.
What date was it?
There was not a date.
That's a flaw.
I do remember the birth. I have heard this story before. I don't think that's it.
I agree with you because I think it was like
It was different.
I feel like I heard it before.
If we're wrong, we're the biggest dummy heads ever.
Like I said, I'm following you blindly, but I agree with
you guys wouldn't know this one.
I don't think this
Yeah.
one's true.
Okay. It is true. It's true.
I don't think we're winning this.
True
man.
story.
He evolved.
He was a guy, and he was like doing his game of cards, and they were like, "It's time for dinner, sir." And he goes, "I can't leave the game. You have to find a way to make me dinner without leaving the game."
We're so
and they
bad
bring
at
him
this.
some
We're
roast beef
terrible at
between
this.
some bread. So it was cool.
I will say this is hilarious. This is fun.
I'm
I'm
having a lot of
having fun.
But I'm
We're so
mad.
bad at this.
All right, you want the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we?
I'm
we want
calling
the
it
next
now.
one?
This one's not true.
Lock it in.
Okay.
Lock it in right now.
The loudest recorded musical performance ever. Well, the loudest recorded one, I can't say ever. The loudest recorded musical performance was an EDM show in Switzerland in 1998. It is said that the bass was so loud it could be heard up to 8 miles away in the surrounding area. Many of the concert goers had irreparable hearing damage. When confronted about the unsafe volume levels, the performers simply claimed it was due to the sound waves echoing off the mountains, despite the fact that they were an hour and a half away from the nearest mountain range.
Okay, here's my thing.
Here's his thing.
I personally do not believe that's true because this isn't the loudest concert ever, but the Foo Fighters had a concert that was so loud on like radars and stuff, like on like scientific instruments, their concert was picked up as a low category earthquake.
That's kind of sick.
So
They weren't measuring for that in Switzerland though. So.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
You locked in?
You don't think it's true?
I don't. Why would
We locked in that
biggest
it wasn't true.
concert?
We locked
Why
in
would
that it
the
wasn't
biggest
true.
concert ever?
No, not-
loudest.
EDM, electronic dance
Okay,
music.
why would that be in Switzerland?
They love that stuff in Europe.
Yeah,
too.
they do that in Switzerland all the time.
Yeah, I feel like it would be more like somewhere else, not Switzerland.
Do you know anything about Switzerland?
Okay, we
No.
agreed that it was false from the very beginning, so I'm going to stick with my guns, but I think that
I think
it's
it's
true.
false.
It is false. Good job. I really
Yeah.
thought
I would have been wrong.
I thought that one would get you guys.
I wanted to be right.
See, I expected you guys to get the Beatles one,
But
not this one. That was
Yeah.
kind of
My knowledge of Foo Fighters is too strong.
Yeah. All right, you want the next one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one also has a funny title. I made up the title because the article didn't have a good title. Wizard at the
okay.
Function.
Wizard at the function.
In the mid-1800s, a man dressed in a hooded cloak with a large staff walked into the Parliament building and proposed a decree called Leges Pro Animalibus, which translates directly to Laws for the Animals. His proposition included things like dogs can only chase cats off their own property, mice must be given 1/4 of a piece of bread before sending them out of your house, and any
Mice?
sheep caught straying from the flock is to be tried for treason. Needless to say, none of these laws were passed, and the man was escorted out of Parliament.
This guy sounds like that that guy that keeps running for president that's
Vermin
offering
Supreme.
yeah,
The
that's
boot
offering-
on his head.
that offers free horses or goats. What is it?
Ponies.
Ponies. Okay.
Horses or goats?
That's so funny.
Horses or goats?
I don't know. Every time I think I know the answer, it's wrong.
Yeah, me too. I say we go with true this time.
Let's do that. Lock it in. True.
I made that one up. That's a made up story.
Good night.
I made it up.
Me.
Hey, I'm going to myself.
In a video game, guys, not in real life.
Oh yeah.
In real life.
No.
I'm glad that one worked so well because that one was kind of like I was really like this. I was like, how do I make this a good story? I threw in like mid 1800s Parliament. Maybe I need Latin translations. I don't
Maybe
know.
I need a bit more critical thinking.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Maybe I critical thinked. Maybe I out critical thinked you.
Chat, are we stupid?
Yeah, well, watch this. Watch this. I thought I was gonna do a flip.
You see how much that's spiked?
It's attached to a cable.
I know.
You should
Here,
be
let me try again.
embarrassed.
You want the next one? Oh, that's pretty good. Click.
There we go.
That was so cool.
You know the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't look at my phone.
I can't
Gives you-
read from here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he did not bring his glasses.
This one isn't like a funny title,
Can't
but
see
it's
with
like
glasses
it's like a
anyway,
shocking
loser.
title.
I do need a new prescription. Yeah.
The surgeon with the 300% mortality rate. A surgeon was performing a leg amputation, was too quick with it, and cut off 2 of his assistant's fingers. Both the patient and the assistant died of gangrene. The surgeon also accidentally touched a nearby observing doctor with his blade. The observing doctor was so scared that he went into shock and died of a heart attack. So that's 3 people who died from one medical procedure.
When was this?
Does not say. Probably a long time ago.
There's no way. Right?
But we're thinking that, so that means it's true.
I don't know how to think about this.
We are thinking.
Everything is different.
Hear me out. We
Okay.
are thinking it's false, therefore it's true.
Lock it in.
It's true.
It's true.
Yes!
Good job.
You're so smart.
Good job. You guys are getting it.
Go.
You're learning. Awesome.
We're learning.
Good job,
Yes.
guys. Good stuff. You're figuring it out. You're growing
Are
up.
we better than everyone? As we've lost all of them, basically. All right.
All right. There's only 2 left. Unless I can make up a third one.
On the spot.
On the spot.
You've already told us there's 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, I almost just started typing on accident. Okay. This one, I had to put a dog story in there.
Gotta.
Nothing crazy, nothing war, anything. When construction first began on the Washington Monument in 1848, by the way, this monument wasn't finished until 1888.
That's crazy.
That took them 20 years to fully complete this thing.
That is kind of crazy.
That is
When
insane.
construction was first beginning, a stray dog nicknamed Mac would frequent the site. While laying the concrete foundation, construction workers would throw in coins, buttons, or small trinkets for good luck. Mac watched them do this for the first few days while pouring the layers for the foundation and brought a stick. Before anyone could stop him, he dropped the stick in. To this day, the dog's stick is buried in the foundation of the monument with all of the coins and buttons and trinkets.
I love a god.
That's so sweet.
A dog with a good stick.
So here's my thing. I think this one is true because you gave us insight on how long it took to finish the
That's so
Washington
long.
Monument.
That's as old as me. It took them my whole life.
It took them one whole tie.
It took them one whole tie. to
That's
build it. Now,
crazy.
granted,
That is nuts. Yeah.
granted, they did have it opened, like in 1880, like 4, but they didn't have like the elevator or whatever yet. Is what it said.
Okay.
I think that's a really good observation, and I think you're correct for
I
that.
think it's true.
Locked in.
Locked in.
You guys are just so scared all the
Well, you look at me and
So
then
he actually just gaslit
I'm gonna
us.
look- I'm gonna look
and
over
meant
here
to
like-
do that. Are you sure?
I just
guys?
naturally look like that. I'm
Are
sorry.
you sure?
I'll look away until
it's
you.
true.
I made it up.
Dude, he's gaslighting us.
The facts,
not
the facts
fair.
about the Washington Monument were true, though. That part is actually true.
Oh, okay. At least that part's true.
That part was true.
But still,
The dog part I made up, which is sad about because I want that story to be real. if I could,
we
will
should
it
get
into
half points because
existence.
he used real history with it.
I have done that for several. I did that for the Beatles one too. They did have a 1965 U.S. tour. I did have a,
But you just added UFOs.
I just added the UFOs.
Okay, I respect that. I respect it.
I really wanted this one to be true after I made
Next
it up.
one, winner takes all.
That's so. With our luck,
The next one is the last
With our
one.
luck,
Yeah.
we're going to lose.
Winner takes all. If we win this,
Okay.
we win. If
We
you
win.
if you lose this,
I'm really glad that dog story was convincing. I really wanted it to be.
well.
It
I know
was.
dogs.
They be
do
doing that.
things
They be
like
doing that.
sometimes.
Like the dog that watched people buy cookies at the cookie stand and he paid with a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in Japan, there is a store run by a dog.
I've seen that actually. It's like a vending machine kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I want to
cool.
go there.
To Japan.
Do you think he's a sad dog?
Yeah, I want to go to both.
So far away. None of that picked up.
That's okay. Yeah. All right. Winner takes all.
All
on
right.
This one.
The last story.
How long have we been recording?
The last
I'm curious.
44 minutes. So perfect time.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
We're doing good. We kind of wanted
great.
shorter
Yeah, we're kind
episodes.
of shooting for because the other one was almost 2 hours long.
That's so long.
and it took me 3 weeks to edit.
I felt bad.
Because it was finals week, though. That's the only
Yeah.
reason.
Oh, okay. I still
probably
felt bad, but
All right, you ready?
yeah.
Ernest Hemingway, the author, you know him?
Mm.
He had a younger brother that attempted to start his own nation named New Atlantis. That's it.
False. Come on.
That's true.
All right, it's true.
Locked in?
Yeah.
It's true.
We
Good
win.
job.
We win. We're better.
Winner
We did it.
takes
We're
all.
better. We took everything.
did it.
You're trash. You suck.
You're
We're
a
better than
loser.
you. We're better. We are better.
Get good.
Good job. The last one was true. I didn't write down the brother's name. I didn't
I'm gonna be
write down
honest.
when this happened. I didn't.
That was so much fun. I gotta get better at this.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
we going to do
yeah.
another one?
You should do another one, but it's science facts.
Okay. I'll do that. I will start
and then
that.
you
That
should do
would be
another
interesting.
one where you write out math equations and we guess if they're real or not.
Then we do spelling words next.
You can't spell.
You know I can't. I also can't read
You little
and write.
illiterate boy.
We should play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Maybe we should play. You need to go to school.
Maybe we should play Stop Being Mean to Joseph.
Have I
and
been sitting-
treat
I
him
don't like
normally
that
for
game.
once?
Have I been
don't like
sitting
that
an
game.
extra foot away from you guys this entire time?
It's because
Comment down below if
it's
I'm
because
sitting too
we're
far
better
away.
than you.
Well, to be
you
fair,
lost.
Diaval was.
Comment down below if I'm sitting too far away. Comment down below if this is the best podcast ever. Comment down below.
Comment down below to make us
Feel good about ourselves.
and
Yes,
also
please-
just
Please tell us how beautiful we are.
tell people about this podcast.
Comment down below.
We need to be famous.
We need
Uh,
to get someone on here.
That's famous.
I've thought about
I like Jimmy
The only reason
Fallon.
I do this is because I want to be famous. Okay, guys.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, we're not doing this for fun, by the way.
Literally,
We're not doing
I
this
wanna be
because we
famous.
just love hanging out.
I
We
wanna
have
be
24
famous.
monthly listeners.
I really want to do my Patreon.
I don't know if that's actually true. I made that
Wait,
up.
what'd you
Not
say?
to brag, but we have 4 subscribers.
I said I don't know if that's true either.
so. I don't think
Is that true?
is.
Yeah,
I think we have like
But
15.
anyway-
I don't have
anyways,
access to any of the podcasts.
This
so.
is basically a career now. So
You're gonna knock over the coffee.
no, I'm not.
That was a good episode. I'm glad you guys liked that. I'm glad
That was
my
good.
made up stories like sold so well. I feel
They
really good about
sold
myself
so
now.
That, honestly, they were.
I
Really
feel
good.
really good.
They were
about
really
myself.
good.
Because like it was a perfect balance of like wacky
Yeah,
and then like
I will say now, I do hate you, but you know, like
hey, it's all part of the game. That's showbiz. It's life in a big city.
you know what they say. Teach a man how to fish,
And I'll start a
and
podcast
boy, oh
about
boy,
it.
do I want fish tacos right now.
We should go.
You guys wanna
Hey,
get
thanks for
tacos?
watching, guys. We'll see you around. We're gonna record
Bye.
another episode
Alright,
today.
man.
We will.
Maybe 2. Probably just one. Probably just really just one episode.
Bye.
You could do.
Bye.
Bye.
See you on the
Sitting
next.
here with my bros.
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
have our toes out.
What?
No, we
no,
don't.
we don't. We actually have shoes
Psych.
on.
I have my. I'm wearing.
Psych.
I am wearing a futon.
See you guys. Thanks for
See you
watching.
guys. Bye.
Don't get too close. It's dark inside. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide.
I think for a split second.
I hope my neighbors don't hate me.